Yo, what is up guys, Fleur here, and this is going to be another college football video with my top 25 polls and Heisman Watch, and this will be following week 6 of the college football season. Starting off with top 25 polls, I have number 1 Alabama. They had a bye week, so the record sits at 5-0. Number 2 Oregon is 6-0, and they had a victory over Washington. Number 3 is South Carolina. Last week they were number 6. I moved them to number 3 now. They're now 6-0 after just destroying Georgia. South Carolina Georgia was going to be a good game, but South Carolina just came out and whooped them. And then moving up from number 7 up to number 4 is West Virginia, who's now 5-0, and they had a nice victory over Texas, which was another close game, pretty high scoring. West Virginia was able to get the victory. And moving from number 9 up to number 5 is Florida. The Gators went on to beat LSU, knocked them off, so they are now 5-0. And moving from 8 up to 6 is Kansas State, and they're 5-0 after defeating Kansas. Moving from 11 up to 7 is Notre Dame, and they're 5-0 as well. And they beat the Miami Hurricanes this week. Moving from 13 up to 8 is Clemson. They are now 5-1 after getting a victory. Moving from number 10 up to number 9 is USC, and they're now 4-1. And they had that Thursday night game. It was a close one against Utah, and they barely won. So they just move up one spot. And now number 10 is Florida State, moving all the way down from number 4. And they are now 5-1 after their loss to NC State. NC State upset the Seminoles this past week, so it was a cool game. Moving up from 15 to 11 is the Oregon State Beavers, and they're now 4-0 after getting another victory. Moving from 17 up to 12 is Oklahoma, and they are now 3-1, and they were able to beat Texas Tech pretty easily. Moving from 3 down to 13 is LSU. They're now 5-1 after their disappointing loss to Florida, which wasn't a bad game, but you know, I thought LSU could have won that. Moving from 18 up to 14 now is Stanford, and they are now 4-1 after a victory for themselves. And moving from 5 down to number 15 is Georgia, and they're 5-1 after their loss to South Carolina. Just a very disappointing effort. And moving from number 12 down to 16 is Texas, another team that lost. They're now 4-1. They had a tough game against West Virginia and just barely lost. Moving from 20 up to 17 is the Michigan Wolverines. They are now 3-2 on the season after killing the Purdue Boilermakers 44-13. And then moving from 21 up to 18 is Mississippi State, and they're now 5-0 after a victory. And then sticking at number 19 is Louisville. Their record is 5-0. They had a bye week. Moving from 22 up to 20 is Rutgers, who is also 5-0 after getting a win in week 6. Moving from 25 up to 21 is Texas A&M. They are now 4-1 after their victory. And this week they have a tough game against Louisiana Tech, who is now my number 22 ranked team. And they are 5-0. Louisiana Tech, if you didn't hear me the first time. And they won their game. They're not like a good conference or anything, but just look out for them. And a few other teams that weren't ranked before to round up the top 25. Number 23 is Cincinnati, and they are 4-0. Number 24 is Boise State, and they are 4-1. Their only loss coming to Michigan State in week 1. They could do pretty good. And number 25 is NC State, and they could be a team to watch out for. I'm not sure yet, but they were the team that went off and upset Florida State. So that's my top 25. And the teams that dropped out of the top 25 is Northwestern, TCU, Nebraska, and Washington. Now my Heisman Watch. We got Geno Smith, D'Anthony Thomas, Connor Shaw, Colin Klein, and A.J. Manuel. And you know, Geno Smith, I mean, come on. He basically won it already. I don't even think there's any discussion, really. he's an amazing quarterback. He's got a lot of weapons at the receiver core. And moving on to some players to watch for later in the season for this Heisman Watch is Matt Barkley, Denard Robinson, David Ash, Tavon Austin, Bailey, the teammate of Austin, the receivers on West Virginia, and also look out for Marcus Lattimore, and then the 2 receivers from USC, Marquise Lee and Robert Woods. So that's going to do it for this video. Please subscribe for more, and like if you enjoyed, and comment your thoughts. And as always, I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Peace.